All right, we continue with the VRF idea and a quick overview about the last class. Uh, in last class, we did routing or leaking between R2, R3, R4 VRF. So they communicate between them, and the very important thing you have to remember, we use a BGP protocol. Actually is a MPBGP, multi-point border gateway protocol. And also you have to remember, always BGP always need the value for the route target. If you remember, we put it the route target import export, both same number. And as I said, we will do some lab in the future to play with the export import with the more details. So today we're going to talking about how to for example, I will select one VRF, how to connect one VRF, or how to do leak or communicate between VRF R2 to the global routing table, which is router 1. How to do the communication between those. Okay. By the way, if you're talking about physical, I mean, if your router here, I mean, I use physical interface. Right now I use loopback, just easy for do the lab and deal with the lab and practice. You can do even physical. If you do physical here in router, let's say, for example, this port, you assign this port physically in VRF R2, and this by default, you never assign this port or a second port to any VRF, which is mean in a global route table. So this is in a global route table. So simply, if you do cable between them, I mean, you bring cable from here to here, okay, and you can do normal routing table. I like IP, static route, OSPF, whatever, because exactly means this is two router, actually, router 1, router 2, exactly, and put it cable between them. Okay, so you can do this mechanism with the physical interface. But right now we use loopback, and most of the time in enterprise, I mean in real environment, we don't use that cable and something like that, because we can do leaking inside. We can do leaking back in the stage for the routing table inside the route table. So we don't need to go outside, but there is possibility to go outside using the cable. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I just need to show you as well where is the VRF, show IP VRF. So I'm gonna deal with the R2, which is VRF router 2. I need to communicate this VRF R2, show IP interface brief. R2, it is used loopback 2 with global route table or global routing table, which is loopback 1. So show IP interface, show IP interface brief. You can see the global. So how to do the routing between VRF and the global? First of all, config T, I will do IP prefix list. I call it the global. Okay, so I will say permit, this is, I will put it 1.1.1.0/24. Of course you can do the access list as well, but I prefer prefix because we deal only with the network staff, with the IP staff. There is nothing related to the layer 4 TCP, UDP, and all those stuff. So that's why prefix list will be fair enough to use it. So I just say IP prefix list with the any name, but I give name global because we'll be represent the global routing table. And I will do another prefix list. IP prefix list will be represent the R2 VRF. Let's say VRF-R2. Okay. Then I give the IP as well, permit 222.0/24. So after that, I will do route map also I call it the same name. Okay, permit 10. I will say match IP address prefix and the same name. Exit. I will do another routing table or route map, route map with the same number here, VRF permit 10 and match IP address, prefix list with the same name, which is that guy. Okay, so right now I have a two route map, each route map assign or matching with the IP address representative through the prefix list global and VRF R2. After that, I'm gonna do this configuration in the BGP. I will go to the BGP config T router BGP 123.1.2.3.4 and I will say address IPv4. Enter. You can see here I never use VRF key because I need to configure like a default or global configuration in BGP. So I just put it IP address family IPv4. Then I say redistribution connected. So you can put it 1.1.1 or wherever, but redistribution connected means any interface connected to the global, again, to the global route table. It's not related to the VRF R2, VRF R3, even VRF 4. Okay, good. So I just say exit now, and I say exit as well. So I already add the global in the BGP. Now, how about the VRF? I have to do the import and export inside the VRF itself. So I say IP VRF R2, enter. Import inside the VRF. I have some command they call import. Import IPv4 unicast map. Then I put it the route map. Import. Because this is the VRF R2, so of course will be import the routing for what? Import the route from the global. Okay, so let's match the same name here. What is the global here? Okay, this is the name. So now I import routing or import all the network from the global route table. Perfect. How about the export? So as you can see here, I have as well another command, which is they call export. Yes, export IPv4 unicast map. I export what? Do you remember? I export what? Do you remember the route map, which is representative the VRF R2? So I will say I need to export this VRF R2. Perfect. So now when I say after that, when I say show IP route VRF R2, I can see here 111 is come up here through the loopback one. Actually, all is considered direct connected at the end, but this is the way to do the routing. So let me just check ping 111. Ping VRF R2 to the 111. Again, 111 is represent the global route table or default route table. Enter. I have a reply. Perfect. Even when I specify the source with the 222 here, I have a reply as well. How about router 1? Ping. I don't need VRF keyword anymore because I ping right now from the global route table to the VRF. So I just say ping to the 222, then I say enter. You see the reply is work perfect. So I say source just in case, and I see the reply as well. So this is the way for make the connected or communicate between the global route table with the VRF. Just very quick show run or show route table. So show route map. So the steps, just very fast, I make a route map, and this route map I give the prefix list. The first route map they call global, and this with the prefix list global, and as well the route map VRF R2, whatever any name, and the prefix list as well, whatever any name. I use VRF R2, which is represent the network from this VRF, particular VRF. After that, show run, you can see the VRF, the VRF comment under VRF2. You can see here IPVRF2. I put it those comment. I say to the VRF2, please import the router from global and export your network, the network from the VRF R2 to anyone. So through this comment for VRF, through this comment, and don't forget to put it show run section BGP as well. You need to add a global network inside the BGP. Which command is help you to do that? Address, family, IPv4 redistribution connected, or we just can put it like network 1.1.1 in our example, or maybe we can even do redistribution connected with route map to put it some policy and filter. So this is the idea how to communicate between the global route table with the VRF. They call leaking VRF with the global route table. Next class we're talking about front door VRF will be a very interesting topic as well.